Hi everyone, it's Grace. Welcome to my channel. I post videos every single Sunday, and today I'm going to be sharing with you some of the pros and cons of biotin versus collagen. So I started taking a hair, skin, and nails vitamin, which is essentially just a bunch of biotin, because I was interested in the benefits for hair, skin, and nails. And then after I took that for a little while, I decided to try collagen instead, and I'll talk about why in this video. But collagen is known to also have hair, skin, and nails benefits, so I was really curious as to which one worked better. So now that I've taken both, I wanted to share my experiences with both and share the pros and cons and ultimately which one I like better. So first up is the biotin that I chose to take, which was the Nature's Bounty Hair, Skin, and Nails Gummies. So these have a lot of biotin in them. 8,333% of your daily value of biotin, so a crap ton of biotin. And to review these as a product themselves, I really liked them. I think the consistency of the gummies was really good and the taste was so good. Like, I would eat these as candy. In terms of my experience with them, they were really easy to take because it was just a gummy vitamin, so I would usually take these in the morning before I left the house, so it wasn't really hard to incorporate into my daily regimen. When I was taking these, I did notice very quick nail growth. I typically have pretty brittle and thin nails, but I noticed almost after like a week or so, I think, that my nails were so strong and they were not breaking at all. My nails were probably the longest they've been in quite a while, and it did happen only after taking these for about a week. The thing that I also really liked about these is that they were very cheap in comparison to the collagen. I want to say that this bottle was maybe $15 and it has 140 vitamins, which is 70 servings, so it's gonna last you about 2 months, over 2 months. So I think for $15-20, that's a really great price. I did buy mine off of Amazon, although I don't recommend purchasing from there because you can potentially get fake items. I definitely just recommend purchasing from a local drugstore or something, but I think that's a fairly good and reasonable price for what you're getting. Now, the big cons of using this was that I did break out. I found that the biotin was just too much and my skin started to break out a lot more. I didn't really know if it was related to the biotin when I first started taking it, so I did take these for about a month and a half to 2 months, and then I decided, let me just see if it could be the biotin that is breaking me out. I did look it up, and it is, I guess, really common for women or people who take biotin to end up breaking out from it, so I did decide to stop taking it, and I noticed that my skin almost immediately started clearing up. I thought maybe this one just has too much biotin in it, and I could probably benefit from just maybe a multivitamin that has biotin in it, but this was definitely too much. I was super bummed to have to stop taking it because I really did like the nail growth that I was experiencing. You also want to be careful when you're taking these with a multivitamin that does have biotin in it, because you're already taking 8,000% of your daily biotin, and I don't know if you can take too much per se, but it could just be too much for your body, for example, as it was for me. So I definitely think you should be careful with these. Ultimately, I did stop taking them because it was just too much for my skin and I was breaking out too much. I didn't notice any hair difference or growth or anything like that with this, just because you do have to take them for quite a long time to see any change in your hair, because the biotin isn't going to help the hair that's already out of your head, because this is already like dead hair. It's really only going to help the hair that's coming out of the root, which is going to take quite a while for you to really see and to notice a difference. Now for the collagen, the one that I'm taking is the Vital Proteins Collagen Peptides, which is 20 grams of collagen per serving, and this is the unflavored one. So for those who are unfamiliar, collagen is essentially just a powder, and kind of like a protein powder, you just take a scoop and you pour it into some kind of drink and it will dissolve, and then you just drink whatever that is. This does recommend that you do 2 scoops, and so it would only last you 2 weeks because it was 14 servings. But I did hear that when you first start taking collagen, you want to ease into it. So I have only been doing 1 scoop for the past like month or so. I could probably move up to 2. But yeah, that's basically how you take it. So the pros of this collagen, the first one I would say is that it is completely tasteless. I was worried about it having some weird kind of texture or flavor, but it is completely tasteless, and I'm pretty picky with things like that, so I definitely think you could mix it into really any drink. When you're mixing though, you do want to make sure that you're not mixing it into something that is too cold or too hot, because then it will kind of clump up. So what I do is I just put like a tablespoon maybe of water into my glass, in the morning, and then I'll put 1 scoop of collagen in, blend it up with a little mixer from Bomar Nutrition, and then I will just pour in my iced coffee. And it doesn't dilute my coffee at all. Like, you might think that it would make it taste weaker, but it really doesn't at all. It just blends in really nicely. It's super easy to mix. You don't even need to use the I'll put a picture up of the thing that I use to blend it, but you definitely don't need something like that. You can just take water, pour the scoop in, and swirl it, and it will kind of dissolve. But I just like to be extra careful because I feel like if I had 1 chunk of it in my drink, it would just like really turned me off to it entirely. Another pro of it is that I have noticed that my nails are stronger and definitely longer, but it has taken a little bit longer than the Biotin. I think this is a more gentle, like easy way to ease into something like that, as where the Biotin gave more instant results. I am also actually really surprised, but ever since I've been taking this, I have noticed that my skin does look glowier. I do have some makeup on today, just a very little bit, so it doesn't really give you a great perception, but my skin definitely does just look more glowy and supple. I don't know, it's kind of weird because I didn't expect it to do anything, but I noticed after about a week of taking this that my skin just really did look better, and I didn't notice that at all with the Biotin. Like I said, I broke out. Now, the cons of this product, I would say it does definitely have a smell when you blend it in with the water. I just don't smell it, so I don't have an issue, but it does just smell a little bit weird. It doesn't actually smell or taste like anything though once you've actually blended it into your drink, but I don't know if I would just blend this with water and like have a glass of water in the morning with it, because it does have a slight smell. Another con of this is that you do have to mix it. You can't just like take a pill and be done. You do have to mix it in with something, so you have to have some type of drink that you want to have it with. I have coffee every morning or most mornings, so it really does work out well for me, but if you want to blend it into your protein shake, or if you always have, I don't know, some type of juice with breakfast or something, you can also blend it in with that. I have blended it with coffee and juice, and it has worked well with both. The last con about this item is that it is way more pricey. I think this one was like 30 bucks maybe, and it's only 10 ounces, and like I said, if you do the full 2 scoops, it's only 14 servings, which is really not a lot of servings at all for the amount of money that it is. But I do think it's worth it if you're interested in trying it, because it is a high quality supplement, and you want to make sure you're putting high quality things into your body if you're going to be taking something. There are other brands that are not Vital Proteins that are a bit cheaper, I think, but when I did research on this product, a lot of people recommended this brand and said that it was the best and worked the best and was the best quality, so I wanted to make sure that I was trying something good the first time I tried it out. In terms of which one I prefer, I definitely think that the collagen wins, and that I do prefer the collagen just because I think the Biotin was a bit too much for my skin and it did make me break out. So if you're in that same situation, I would definitely give the collagen a try. The collagen is pretty flexible because you can blend it into a bunch of different things, so if you're not someone who likes to take gummy vitamins or forgets or whatever, this may be a good option for you. I do think it is pricier though, so if you're looking for a cheaper way to get the benefits, I would definitely try the Nature's Bounty Hair, Skin, and Nails. I have heard of some other brands of hair, skin, and nails vitamins, but I don't know that they're effective, so I would definitely try those because they did work. They just kind of broke out my skin too. If I had to recommend just one, I would say to try the hair, skin, and nails first, actually, because even though it didn't work for me, it is a lot cheaper, and I did see quicker results with my nails, and I think that if it does work for you and you don't have that type of reaction to it and break out, that it could be really great. If you do have that reaction, I would definitely recommend trying collagen though, because you're gonna get similar results. It's just going to be a bit more expensive. Like I said, I think you would have to take either of these long term in order to get actual hair benefits. I don't think that you will see those results very soon, because you're not gonna get the nutrients from inside your body to come all the way down to your hair. Like, that's not how it works. It's just gonna be the hair that's coming out of the root, and that's going to take a lot longer. Depending on what your typical rate of hair growth is, you might see those results sooner, or you might see them way later. People who have hair that grows very, very slow, you might not see those results for months and months. My hair does grow, I would say, on the quicker side, so I think I'd probably see those results in like 1 to 2 months, but I think that you're not necessarily going to see them right away, so don't get discouraged if you're not seeing the full benefit of it. It is something that you definitely have to take long term in order to see those results. Okay, so those are all of my thoughts on biotin versus collagen. I hope this was informative and helped some people maybe make some decisions about which one to try. If you've tried either of these, let me know what your experience was down in the comments below. I'm really interested to hear about other people's experience, especially with biotin, or if you have any collagen brand recommendations, definitely let me know. I might try a different one after this one is finished. So make sure to give this video a thumbs up if you enjoyed, and of course make sure to subscribe. I will see you next week. Bye!